Alright, what you see here is a Casablanca weighted delta ceiling fan. I got this from Brandon C. Johnson recently. This is the 5th fan out of the 8 that I'm showing to you guys. And this is a 42-inch ceiling fan and it's in snow white finish. And it's from September of 1987. And that's when, so I mean, I'm not sure what's the actual day that this, or what's the actual day it was made, but yeah, just look up on the tag and I'll put it in the description below. I don't really have time to do that right now. I'm just trying to get the video of this fan done so I can move on to the next one. I am not going to be showing this fan off to white just because I feel like these fans look better without white kits. I don't think they look too good with a Schoolhouse Globe. I feel like they look better with like the Casablanca white kits, like the Spotlight kit or the Forearm white kit. So I'm just going to be showing it without the white. And despite it looking that the blades are out of alignment, it's mostly because of the flywheel. If you look at the flywheel, it is pretty out of alignment. It's pretty bent, so it does need to be, it is starting to go, but yeah, Brandon sold me this one instead of the other one because he feels like this will be a good chance for me to learn how to switch out the flywheel, and I could not agree more. I am using the antique brass LCA for this fan so I can floor test it. Unfortunately, I don't have a white one, so I can't test it with a white one. If I did, that would be a different story. But yeah, despite the fan being not being in the best condition, I do like this fan a lot. It does remind me a lot of the Hampton Baker's Devo, the 42-inch one. But this one I really do like a lot more, obviously, because it's better quality. And it does look a lot like an outdoor fan, but it's obvious. I know for a fact it's not. But I'm not sure if this was installed outside because the screws that are holding the blades in place are pretty rusty. And the top side of the motor housing is losing a ton of paint. It's actually chipping pretty easily. Just rubbing your finger against it will remove some of the paint. And the blades are pretty yellowed. Some of them are more yellowed than other ones. So I really do wonder where they had this fan installed, the original owners. But regardless of the shape, I am glad to finally have one. And these aren't hard to find fans, so I can always find another one. I'd love to find one in polished brass. That would be one I'd never part with. This one, if I was to find another one in better shape, I'd probably sell this to somebody who just wanted one just to have. But yeah. And I did not switch the switch cap for it with another one from either the white Delta 2 or the white and brass one. The reason is because I feel like I'd rather not have one that's in better shape than the fan. It's because the fans were beat up already, so I might as well just leave it like that. So yeah. Well, yeah, it is a pretty nice fan. Brandon did remove that little thing right there. I actually need to ask him if he still has those. Just because he actually used the pull chains in them when he tested it with the white. So, yeah. So let's go ahead and start off on no. If my bathroom was a little bit bigger, I would definitely put this in there. The only thing that's really making it too big for the bathroom is there's like a closet right out of the bathroom, right outside of it, and that kind of it's like a little indent into the bathroom. Like it comes in and then it like makes like a turn right where the shower is. If the shower wasn't like so, if there wasn't a closet there, they would have had the bathtub like all the way in the back, like pushed back a bit. Next time I do a video of that, I can show you guys what I mean. But it's really just right there where the blades are like way too close to the wall, and considering how this fan's the blades are extremely out of alignment, I really want to put a fan like this in this condition in there. But it does have a nice low speed to it. I'd put this in there, but my mom would not be happy. And also, I wouldn't really be comfortable having a fan that's like it's like a centimeter or half a centimeter away from the wall. I just really don't feel like it's a good idea. It just looks like it's kind of like forced into there, and that's really the main issue of having this in there. I've tried I actually did try to see if I can put a 42-inch fan before I put the Petit. I forget which one it was. I think it was the Silent Breeze. Yeah, I tried putting the Silent Breeze in there I didn't tell you guys that because I didn't want to have people say, "Oh, you should have put that instead." I tried that, and the blades are like way too close to the wall. So my mom did not like that. So she asked if I only put one blade on it to see what she thought. She said it's too big, so she told me to take it down. So this would not fit in there either. But yeah, whenever I get my own place, I might put something like this in the bathroom. But then again, they are such a nice fan. I really would prefer to put something cheaper in the bathroom just for it to do the job. I don't really need something this powerful for a bathroom as well. And I've already tested it. It does run great on high. And I test all the fans before testing just to make sure they don't move around. Surprised when this one didn't move around too much when I first turned it on, because considering how the boiling alignment's in pretty bad shape. Either from the I know it's partially due to the flywheel, but I feel like since the guy left it outside, he just like left it on the sidewalk, so that might have bent some of the blade arms a bit. Yeah, there's one of them that's pretty bent. I feel like it's just that one. It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, let's go ahead and move it up to medium. Whoops. Sorry, I'm not used to. Forgot that you only have to put it once to move it up to speed. Yeah, I don't really test Casablancas all that often, so I'm used to just pulling it 3 times. Oh, there's a noisy guy. It's a bit earlier than I usually record, so that's why he's screaming a lot. He's been very cranky recently, so luckily he hasn't been too noisy on video. Yeah, I'm feeling a pretty good breeze from it on medium over here. These are very powerful fans, especially since they don't use a lot of 42-inch fans from other brands. They use like a small motor than 52-inch fans, like Hunter fans. Like I know, like the 42-inch coastal breezes, they use a small motor than the 52-inch coastal breezes, for an example. Where this uses the same size motor as a 52-inch or a 50-inch Casablanca. Since I'm pretty sure they use the same size one. I really don't see any difference in the size. This fan has a small motor housing, and that's it. You could put a 52-inch blades on it, but it would look very strange because it would have such a small motor housing. Or at least I think you can put 52-inch blades on it. Yeah, it's a very nice fan. I do like these a lot. They're definitely one of my favorite fans from Casablanca. I do want to find a polished brass one of these days. Those are one of my major ones from Casablanca, but and Saturn. I want one of those as well, but those they do show up quite often, so I should be able to find one of these days. But yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and move it up to high. The fan does wobble a tiny bit on high, and that's not really surprising considering how the blade alignment is. The fan does go very fast on high, especially with having smaller blades. That does help it go a bit faster than other Casablanca fans that I've tested. Interesting. The coastal breeze was able to make the Infinity move, but the one that's installed right above him, but this one isn't, so I find that a bit strange. feel like the fans that like have air movement that goes like that just you feel it right underneath it is the one that are the ones that usually make the Infinity spin a bit. If it's a fan that has like the air movement spreading around all over the place, it doesn't really make it spin. Oh yeah, I'm feeling a great amount of air just from over here. Yeah, it's a very powerful fan, especially for its size. On camera, you can't see how bad the blade alignment is when it's going this fast, but in person, it's not too pretty. I'll say that much. Yeah, if I was to have one of these installed in my house one of these days, whenever I got one, I'd love to have it with a spotlight kit. I swear these small fans like these with spotlight kits look really unique. If only Brandon sold this fan to me with the spotlight kit that he used when he tested it, it would just be complete, like just like how he says in his videos, this fan's complete. This fan would be complete with that, although I'd probably use it on the white Delta 2 that I want to install in this bedroom one of these days. That is, if I ever get to, since I need a white LCA for it. I'm gonna go ahead and bring it close so you guys hear the air movement. It is a very powerful fan, without a doubt. Despite this fan being as powerful as it is, I really don't think I'd have this in my bedroom. I feel like I'd want something bigger. This one is spread around here. Since it was moved some air, but I feel it wouldn't be enough for this room. Since the room is pretty big. So would probably do a good job if I was to have a Casablanca one. I would rather have a 52-inch one, or a different 50-inch one. And just so you guys can see the blade alignment. So you guys can get an idea how bad it is on high. Alright, let me go ahead and shut it off. Switch it to reverse. I'll let it do a spin down, and then I'll showing all the speeds on reverse. Now the next fan I'm going to test was the one I was originally going to be saving for last, but since the other two I can't really test at the moment, since one of them I need to remove the down rod and my pliers are not really helping much. I need to get a wrench from Brandon, or he's going to bring it to me next time he comes over, which should be soon. And yeah, until I get a wrench for that one, I can't really remove the thing that's on it. So, it is another Casablanca. Well, the rest of them are Casablanca fans, so that's what I'm going to say to you guys for those who don't know. For those who do know, don't spoil it, because that doesn't make it fun for the viewers. So that's actually kind of why I stopped doing, whenever I do new fan videos, I only just show one at a time, because I feel like I would kind of keep each of them a surprise. So each fan gets its own spotlight in the new fan video. And also with the amount that I get from Brandon, like 8 of them at a time, it would be a very long video, so I kind of like to talk about each fan whenever I get them. So yeah. Spin down is not too long on this fan, so I'm wondering if the bearings need to be oiled a bit. Well, it does have some. You can't really hear it on camera, but it does have some bearing noise. So yeah. Well, it's very noticeable, but it might need some oil. Alright, start off on no, reverse. I honestly think that this fan was possibly installed in a bathroom. I really don't think it was installed outside, but the reason is because it's not rusting enough to be a fan that was installed outside. It would be a lot more rusty than this, considering its age. probably installed in the bathroom. That might be why screws are all rusted up. Could also be the other reason why the blades are a bit yellowed. I don't know if that would, if a bathroom would make the blades like this, but it's possible, especially with gloss blades. Alright, move up to medium. The next Casablanca fan, I know you guys are gonna love, so I'm already excited to test that one. I like it, but it's not really one I'd install in my bedroom. It's too vintage looking. And I kind of like to have something that looks vintage, but not too vintage. I'd rather, if I was to install, I'd rather put it in the living room. But at the same time, I'd rather have that like for a dining room, honestly. So the next one. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move it up to high. Oops. Yeah, this fan was being a bit picky, staying in place when I first started it up, so I had it like wrapped around the cord a bit. The cord's actually wrapped around the LCA a bit to hold it in place. Right. So yeah. All right, we're gonna go ahead and shut it off. Bring it back to where it was. And yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more videos to come.